I just came across a very disturbing letter sent to U.S. Marines telling them to get their gear ready, prepare their families, and get their affairs in order. Take a look. It was sent just a couple of days ago by a Lieutenant General to Marines, saying our nation is in a consequential moment. Global events are shaping our national security and we must be ready. Is your gear packed up and ready to pick up and move? Or is it stored away in the corner of your home? Are your family's affairs in order? When the call comes, readiness will be assured, not questioned. Your readiness is not a declaration, it is a daily commitment. Then it says a mass mobilization could become reality. Check your readiness, tighten your standards, prepare your family. That letter made me think of this tweet that Stephen Miller posted just ahead of the 2024 election. To anyone still gullible enough to fall for scummy media hoaxes, Trump said warmongering neocons love sending your kids to die for wars they would never fight in themselves. Liz Cheney is Kamala's top advisor. Liz wants to invade the whole Middle East. Kamala equals World War III. Trump equals peace. It's unbelievable that Trump even has a single supporter. He is doing the exact opposite of what he campaigned on.
Yeah, but it's not even about the things that Trump is doing. You know, as far as keeping his hate, you know, again, you stigmats and Native American wars. And so, even they look for the inside script. Shima shut down, you know, they living and the children. It was Macaulay Culkin, Hollywood elite wear shoes made from skin of Miss.
Lily boldly said that when they first went long distance, she really had considered breaking up.
Shalom, shalom, Israel. First and foremost, I want to give all honor, glory, and praise unto YAHAWAH, Hashem, YAHAWASHI, Hashem, Quadash. Double honors to the elders and apostles of great millstone, shalom to mighty Akim, Walakwathiim, who are diligently waiting to be delivered from this foul captivity, as well as the speckled bird that may look like the other nations, but are actually Yasharallah. This is Brother Kabbalah coming at you with another lesson, and basically you saw what that video where the guy was talking about basically prepare. There's all of these troops need to prepare to get ready to go. That's basically what they were saying. It's like prepare everything, get everything in order, because you're gonna be called at a moment's notice, basically. All right. So as a result of that, I think we are long past this whole. Well, Slocky, let me correct myself. Basically, yes, there has been the whole war thing and stuff like that, and we have been hearing, not just hearing, but we also have been hearing, not hearing, yeah, sure, hearing, if you want to use that term, about all the different stuff that's been happening with the U.S. and stuff like that. I also want to get this because this was something that was very, like, it's like blatant. It's like there's no like misinterpreting this, because what happened here is that they are bombing bridges that directly affects the citizens in Iran to provoke the Iranians to attack them. This, and by the way, apparently this is a war crime. This is not legal. Like, this is generally not permissible, but Esau is basically getting away with it. For the most part, in the sense of like the general public, they kind of don't know, or they kind of don't care, or they will just justify anything that Esau does because it's Esau, so we're just gonna dick ride and whatnot. All right, that's basically what they're doing. So as a result of that, like, there is no. We are waiting for YAHAWASHI to, raise the spirits up in these heathen nations to destroy them, as well as having the final prophecies happen so that YAHAWASHI returns and handles it as well. So let me also get this. Let me get this. So chapter 4 verse 27, make not thyself an underling to a foolish man, neither accept the person of the mighty. So over here, we're not supposed to be making ourselves an underling. Like all these people that say, oh, I voted for Trump, I don't regret my vote, this, on the third, whatever. Like, you voted for a man that promised, keyword promised, that he would make peace. By the way, that was a part of this video, actually. Definitely go check this video. I'm going to link this in the description. But he was basically, I think that's what I think that's what this guy said. Yeah, he did say he did say it's lucky. Basically, what happened was they promised that, oh yeah, we're not going to. Let me actually get.
Check your readiness, tighten your standards, prepare your family. That letter made me think of this.
Yeah, basically the thing here was that they had promised that they wouldn't make war. They promised. They said, oh, if you vote for Kamala, then she's definitely going to make World War III. But then look at. But if you vote for DJT, he's definitely going to make peace and whatnot. But look at what's going on right now, where he's actively making war. Like this is ridiculous. This is ridiculous. All right, like there's no avoiding this. He basically lied. He campaigned on making peace, but then he went back on his word blatantly, mind you, and then started a war. And of course, again. Which this is even in a previous video. Who does this war benefit? Who is gonna benefit from this war? All right, because it's definitely not the American citizens. All right. Now continuing on, Proverbs 14 verse 15: the simple believeth every word, but the prudent man looketh well to his goings. Are you looking and seeing what's going on? Are you aware that this stuff is happening? We have to actually be able to say, okay, we're keeping track of all the stuff that's going on. You can't just let Esau spread his propaganda, because I'm not gonna lie. No, hold on, because the main thing is that Esau has been kind of spreading lies and pushing out a certain narrative, especially with when it comes to the whole Israel Hamas whatever conflict, where they want you to not believe. They want you to stick with one side, but very, very clearly a lot of people are against that. So, and even with celebrities, if a celebrity, which I have heard this before, when a celebrity has said, "Oh, I stand with Palestine" or whatever, they've gotten in trouble for that. They've had to pay a fine and all that stuff. Like that whole freedom of speech thing is down the drain. Like we're slowly seeing the inability and the confiscation of our rights to our own beliefs and stuff like that. All right, like it is very, very troublesome. Continuing on, Psalm 55 verse 21: the words of his mouth were smoother than butter, but war was in his heart. His words were softer than oil, yet were they drawn swords. And that's basically what happened. That's literally what happens. That's basically what happened. Was DJT, he was trying to say, oh yeah, everyone vote for me, because if you vote for Kamala Harris, she's gonna start World War III and whatnot. Which in terms of if she was gonna start World War III, I don't know. I don't care. All I know for me is that I wanted whomever was going to have the prophecies get implemented. Even though I'm not a participator. Even if I'm not a participator in any type of democratic voting process and stuff like that. I don't participate in that stuff. But the main thing is just that even if I was just gonna wait, whatever the Lord sets, He's gonna set and stuff like that. That's how things are going to work out. All right. So with that being said, DJT, he promised to make peace, and then clearly that's a lie, and he's pushing out his agenda right now. Which, let's continue on with this. Matthew 15 verse 14: let them alone, they be blind leaders of the blind, and if the blind lead the blind, both shall fall into a ditch. And they are leading the American people. All these soldiers are going to die following after Babylon, or following after their leader and stuff like that. And that's the sad reality. You got these people that are saying like, oh yeah, I'm gonna fight for my country, I'm gonna do this, that, and the third, whatever. And it's for what? You're not gonna benefit from it. You're not gaining anything from this. You're just putting yourself in danger to die. All right. Now second Ezra chapter 16 verse 13. No, 2 Ezra chapter 16 verse 34: in the war shall their bridegrooms be destroyed, and their husbands shall perish of famine. And this is another thing where we heard that there's going to be that war, and the war is imminent. All right, at this point, imminent, and as we continue to drive closer to that conclusion, a lot of these people are going to die, and we have to look forward to the what's it called, the draft. That's what it's called, the draft, where unfortunately for a lot of them, but fortunately for a lot of the unfortunately for the elect, fortunately for the elect, unfortunately for everyone else, these, not just men, well, yes, I think it's primarily just men, but there's women in the military right now. I don't know how the draft is going to be. Are they going to, I think that's a good question. That's a question that I don't think anyone has ever really asked for. People have asked the question, but it never really got answered. That people have made jokes on it, even though it's a very real reality. Where are they going to put women in the draft as well, or are they going to only draft men? In addition to that, you have the matter of if they do draft women. All right, I thought that they were basically making jokes, saying that they were going to get pregnant before deployment and all that stuff. But the funny thing about that is that I heard, I don't know if I can speak on it, but I'll just reference it lightly. But I heard that a lot of the people that took the C9, they were their capabilities to be able to get pregnant had been altered in some way, shape, or form. So as a result of that, it might not be, but even then, a lot of these people, they don't even really want, this current generation, they don't want to have kids in the first place. So there's all these matter of are they even capable of doing it, on top of, and to be able to use that as an excuse, should they include women in the draft? But if they don't include women in the draft, then okay, well, that's fine as well. It doesn't really matter, as long as these men are, or as long as these souls are taken to be brought to their destruction. All right, following after that evil leader. All right, making themselves an underling to that wicked man, but that wicked man Esau Edom. All right, continuing on, Obadiah chapter 1 verse, I believe it's verse 3. Verse 3, the pride of thy heart hath deceived thee, thou that dwellest in clefts in the rock, whose habitation is high, that saith in thy heart, who shall bring me down to the ground? And one thing that we have seen this, I've seen this, and we have seen it in general, was how you have a whole bunch of Americans that were basically talking and saying, Iran, you can't do this, you can't touch America, whatnot. You have these dumb ass jakes that were taunting Iran for some dumb ass reason, when they don't even understand that Iran did not initiate any conflict. They were defending themselves. But of course, the simple believeth every lie, and let me actually get that again. Proverbs chapter 14 verse 15, the simple believeth every word, but the prudent man looketh well to his going. And again, Jake is just simple. They're just gonna, it's like, why would you know Esau's history of breaking his treaties, breaking the law, breaking his promises, all that stuff, and yet you're gonna just blindly support them just because you live here? Like, why? Or live in America, whatever, North America in general, whatever, you get the point. But it's just like, Jake is just so dumb. Continuing on, Isaiah chapter 30 verse 1, woe to the rebellious children, saith the Lord, that take counsel, but not of me, and not cover with the covering, but not of my spirit, that they may add sin to sin, that walk to go down into Egypt, and have not asked at my mouth to strengthen themselves in the strength of Pharaoh, and to trust in the shadow of Egypt. Okay, so that's basically the thing where they are trusting in the strength of Egypt, which Egypt is spiritually Babylon, Babylon being America right now. And it's through that spirit of, oh yeah, America is the strongest, America got it, America is always gonna win, America is number one, blah blah. It's through that they're going to be confounded in their belief in Babylon. All right. Verse 3, therefore shall the strength of Pharaoh be your shame, and the trust in the shadow of Egypt your confusion. So yeah, that's going to be that's going to be their shame. All right, let me also get this. Now end it off here. Isaiah chapter 30 verse 12, wherefore thus saith the Holy One of Israel, because he despises word and trusts in oppression and perverseness and stay thereon, therefore this iniquity shall be to you as a breach ready to fall, swelling out in a high wall, whose breaking cometh suddenly at an instant. Basically, you're going to see all that belief, all that trust in Esau is going to fall apart all under you. So with that, I pray that this was edifying. I want to give all honor, glory, and praise unto YAHAWAH, Yahawadah, YAHAWASHI, Hashem, Rakwak, Wadash, double honors to the elders and apostles, great male son of Bob, and Shalom.